Thinking about adopting your first cat? Maybe you just brought that kitty home and you are realizing what you've signed up for. Don't worry, I've been there myself. I've had these 3 lovely cats for 2 years now. Throughout the process of living with them, I've had to balance being allergic to them while sharing a 1-bedroom apartment with them and being a full-time student with a part-time job. I've condensed what I've learned over the past 2 years into this video, so you can skip the confusion and get right to enjoying life with your new cat. Without further ado, let's dive in. When you're first bringing your new kitty home, it's best to start them in a safe, secure, and isolated space. You don't want them getting lost somewhere you can't reach. A bathroom works great for this. Clean it up, set out food, water, a litter box, a scratch pad, and any cat toys if you have them. Give your cat about 2 days to settle into the space with regular check-ins to build a positive association with you. Once they're ready, you can open up more of your home for them to explore. The best thing you can do is talk with the prior owner of the cat. Moving into a new space is challenging for a cat, and if you can provide them with some consistency through what food they're eating and the litter they are using, that will help reduce their stress levels. There is specific food for kittens under a year old and senior cats, 7 years and older, designed to support their bodies through those stages of life. Make sure your kitty is drinking plenty of water. Cats are notorious for not drinking enough water. Kidney failure is a leading cause of death in cats, but it's often preventable with proper hydration. Make sure your cat always has access to water. If you can, invest in a water fountain. Cats prefer to drink moving water rather than still water. Also, consider introducing wet food to their diet. The moisture content in it will do them a lot of good. Cats fed on a regular schedule tend to live longer, healthier lives. If you can commit to feeding your cat once every 8 to 12 hours, or buying an automatic feeder to that end, your cat will thank you in the long run. A common rule of thumb is that you want to have 1 more litter box than the number of cats that you have. Litter box placement is crucial. Place these litter boxes in locations that the cats will actually want to use them. Keep the litter boxes away from where they rest, hide, play, and eat. They do not want the scent of their litter associated with those places. The litter boxes need to be accessible. This may mean that the litter box is going to be somewhere you can smell it. But here's the thing. Cats will go where they want to go. The best thing you can do is put a litter box nearby to contain the smell and prevent them from ruining any of your belongings. It's one of the trade-offs of sharing your home with a cat. As long as you are regularly cleaning out their litter boxes, the smell should be more than manageable. Regular cleaning means scooping out the litter box as often as twice a day or at the very least every other day. The final immediate health concern is plants. There are several varieties of plants that are toxic to cats. If you have plants, please do your research on whether they are safe to keep out with your kitties. Cats will eat plants. Feel free to buy some cat grass to curb those tendencies if you are a plant lover, but otherwise keep the plants away. Cats need enrichment, both passive and active. Passive enrichment means a stable and exciting environment to play in on their own. This includes windows, puzzle feeders, cat towers, and passive cat toys. These items will make your cat interested, engaged, and active, keeping them happier and healthier overall. Active enrichment, or playing with your cat, is also important. This improves their ability to socialize with people, deepens your bond with your cat, and gets you more engaged with them regularly to notice any signs of aging, injury, or other health concerns. Cats are known for hiding how they are feeling, but if you're playing with your cat every day, you'll be more likely to spot the signs early on if they're hurting. Your cat can get overstimulated during playtime, especially kittens. It can be hard to tell when a cat is excited about playtime or having too much fun. Play aggression is when play turns into real scratches, bites, and swats from your kitty. It's very common, and the best way to combat play aggression is with regular, consistent playtime for your kitty. Cats will engage in play aggression when they are understimulated and aren't getting enough play, or are overstimulated and are currently getting more than enough play. If a session of playing with your cat turns into play aggression, find a way to gently stop playtime and give them some space to calm down. Cats are curious and creative creatures. If they want to get somewhere, they will get there. And they do love to push objects off of counters. It sparks their curiosity and they find it fun. If there is anything fragile in your cat's living space, remove it. These things are better off saved and put away rather than broken. The only proven ways to keep a cat away from something is either putting it so much higher up that they can't reach it, or putting it behind a locked door. Cats will hide, especially young kittens who are shy and new to a space. They will try to hide in every dark nook, cranny, and crevice they can find. Look around your space from a cat's perspective. Imagine where they will want to hide and find ways to keep them out of those locations. Such locations might be under a bed, behind furniture that's up against the wall, in a closet, inside or underneath an entertainment center, near the furnace, a chimney, in your cabinetry, in the fridge, or inside the dishwasher. Keep a careful eye on your cat and be creative with how you can keep them out of these locations. Having a collar with a bell on your new kitty will help you to locate exactly where they are. Also, provide appropriate hiding spaces for them. Cat trees are great for this, especially when they have cat coves built in, granting cats comfort, security, and the verticality they desire. You can also buy standalone cat coves that grant you full control over where your cat's hiding spots are located. Kittens are very playful and require a different diet than older cats. It is very important that you are able to dedicate the time to socialize and play with these babies. Put into consideration getting a second kitten. Caring for 2 kittens is not terribly different from caring for 1. They will enjoy having a buddy to play with when you are not home, and that early cat-to-cat socialization is very important for cats. It helps them lead more fulfilling lives as they age, and it is much more difficult to introduce a new cat as your cat ages. Speaking of senior cats, they also have a unique diet, along with age-related mobility and health challenges. Regular vet checkups once every 6 months are very important. Be available to sit with your cat and keep them company, and provide accessibility features for them so they can access locations that would otherwise be difficult for them to get to. Cats are fastidious groomers and will keep themselves clean before anything else. That being said, they appreciate any support you can provide to keep them from getting too many hairballs. A simple pet brush is great for this. Make sure that it is the right length for your cat's fur coat. With short-haired cats, you might be better off combing their fur without a brush. A cat's ability and desire to clean itself is also a direct indicator of their mood. If your cat has suddenly stopped cleaning itself and is a lot more dirty, there is possibly an underlying behavioral or health concern. You can support your cat's well-being by trimming their nails, improving their dental care, and introducing them to baths early on. Cats will regulate their nails by scratching to keep the claws from getting too long, but they will still get sharp after time. Learning how to trim your cat's nails properly, safely, and regularly will do a world of good for both of you. Dental care is often overlooked in cats, but the effects of proper and consistent dental care are noticeable for the cat. You can find cat toothbrushes, dental treats, water additives, and specific foods to support dental health. It is a good idea to get your cat accustomed to baths early on. Cats will take responsibility for grooming themselves and keeping themselves cleaned. However, there are occasions when a cat needs to get bathed. Senior cats might be unable to properly clean themselves due to mobility issues, and if your cat gets a toxic substance on their fur, they'll need help getting it cleaned off. As such, it is a good idea to get your cat familiar with a bath at a young age if possible. If you are able to make it a positive experience for them, it will become a formative memory and they will be more accepting of baths in the future as they need them. More important than any of this is regularly and consistently taking your cat to the vet. They can provide specific health advice tailored to your cat and your situation. And they have the studies and the hours of practice put in for their knowledge to be so incredibly important. Talk to your vet and listen to your vet. Adult cats generally only require an annual checkup, while senior cats, 7 years or older, should visit a vet once every 6 months. Your cat will wake you up. Whether it's in the middle of the night or at the butt crack of dawn, they will paw at you and meow for you, whether it is for more attention, for play, food, or they just want to make sure that you're still alive. When your cat is hungry, they will let you know. A benefit of the automatic feeder is that the hungry meows may no longer be directed at you, but rather at the new machine god of their food. Cats are fast and slippery creatures. I talked earlier about how they like to hide and they will get lost, but sometimes they will also just appear where you don't expect them. A tail suddenly appears under your foot, or a cat zooms past and bumps into your ankle mid-step. Be prepared for these things to happen. Cats get the zoomies, especially late at night. They will be running around for no reason and fighting everything and anything that moves and a lot of things that don't. They'll spook easily at loud or sudden noises, vacuums, dropped objects, showers, anything dropping or falling over. Comfort them if they need comfort, but inoculate them to these sounds early on so they know the routine ones aren't bad sounds. If you need to keep your cats away from a certain area, there are deterrents that will work for a short amount of time. Cats dislike walking on aluminum foil and sticky tape, double-sided, and dislike the scent of lemons. If there is something in your house that you need to keep your cats away from for a few days while you figure out a permanent solution, those are your answers. These deterrents don't work for the long term, as the cats will get used to them eventually. Cats don't respond well to punishment. The best tools are prevention and redirection. Remove the temptation and guide the behavior elsewhere. As you spend more and more time with your new furry friend, you should continue finding new ways to keep them engaged and active. Pay attention to which activities and locations your cat loves. Find new ways to help them enjoy or expand their favorite activities. If your cat loves spending time by your windows, consider purchasing a window perch for them. If your cat loves scrambling up their tower, build up an area with lots of levels so they can explore heights and different levels of your space. As often as possible, keep them engaged with new toys and switch out the old ones they are using. When you are able, consider small, consistent upgrades to the living space and living conditions of your cats. Think about what would both make them happy and be budget-friendly for you. Work within your means, but a happy cat has its benefits for both you and for them. Above all else, welcoming a new pet into your life is a blessing. Cats are adorable creatures and a wonderful source of companionship. I should know, I've got 3 of them running around my bedroom every night. They are very loving and lovable creatures who are excellent at distracting you from your tasks and taking up half your camera roll with adorable photos. Be prepared for your cat to follow you into the least expected places. Cats are known for not wanting to give you any personal space in the bathroom. Living with cats comes with a learning curve, so be patient and don't be afraid to take your time to let your friend warm up to you and to discover what you need to live a better life between you and your pet. Thank you for joining me on today's video. I hope you enjoyed the discussion about some things you should know as a first-time cat owner. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Also, show up in the comments and tell me a little bit about what made you decide to start your journey of cat ownership. If you enjoy this style of video, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you'll get to see more of my educational cat content in this ever-evolving style. But above all else, please do remember to have a lovely, lovely day.